that came up was Accra. And we quickly realized that in West Africa there's a very historic and vibrant city of Accra. So it was going to cause confusion. So we changed it to Accra. Because if you say AF blah blah blah, it becomes very, very difficult. So the easiest is Accra. Can you say Accra? I think it's easy. And I must apologize to the president of Ethiopia. I didn't read him out. But there's a secret behind that. Throughout my life, I've been a speechwriter. I've been a speech maker. Today is the first time that I'm a moderator. So you understand. So with that, may I call on you, Your Excellency, to make your remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, MC. Your Excellency, Abdul Majid Tabun, President of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria and Chair of the APRM Forum, Your Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia, Your Excellency William Samuel Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency Deputy Chairperson Dr. Munich, Your Excellency Ambassador Calve Gatete, Under Secretary General of UNEC, Excellencies, Ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to welcome you to Addis to this important session to discuss the creation of African Credit Agency, ACRA. I'm happy you made it very simple. There are some institutions in the midst of us that are pretty much tongue-twisting. This one is more simpler and straight, and thank you for that initiative. Allow me to extend my gratitude to President Tubuni, Chair of the African Peer Review Forum. Excellencies, the African Development Bank latest report disclose that Africa is the second fastest growing continent. Not only this, more than a dozen of African countries among the world's 20 fastest growing countries. Despite the progress we have made, the international rating agencies have often presented a distorted and unhelpful view of our economies, and their assessments are pretty much characterized by unpredictability and inconsistency. The lack of objectivity on credit rating of our economies, on one hand, has severely hampered our ability to access capital, and on the other, limited our capacity to integrate with the global financial system. Consequently, this lopsided perception has hindered our genuine effort to achieve structural economic transformation and sustainable development. Even now, as Africa's economy demonstrates resilience and continuing its upward trajectory in the post-COVID era, an African credit rating system is more critical than ever. This will sustain the momentum of Africa's growth and progress. Excellencies, 2 years ago, while we have been diligently working to maintain our country's economic growth, one international rating agency relegated us to the so-called junk territory. It wasn't only the rating that was problematic, but the misuse of terminology, isn't it very much condescending? The lexicon was nothing but a page torn from a different era. A subtle stinging reminder of an outdated and offensive classification of African countries. During that time, only one entity in the whole world stood against the decision made against Ethiopia. It affirmed that the rating did not accurately reflect Ethiopia's creditworthiness, and that entity was the African peer review mechanism. And allow me to seize this opportunity to extend my sincere gratitude for its historic support. It meant a lot to us. That is why, Excellencies, we believe Africa's need for a fair credit rating agency is not a theoretical case. It is rather a reality grounded in facts and lived experience. Since then, Ethiopia has made significant endeavors in its pursuit of genuine economic reform aimed at transforming the lives of its people and fostering prosperity. One notable example, and indeed a fitting backdrop to this important gathering, is the recent launch of Ethiopia's Securities Exchange, an achievement that promises to enhance both Ethiopia's and regional financial and capital market. While we are committing for the establishment of a credible African credit rating agency, it is important that this agency must be grounded in three pillars, as my sister early outlined. That is, robust scientific models, institutional independence, as well as clearly defined parameters to ensure its objectivity. As I conclude, Excellencies, I wish to reiterate Ethiopia's continued commitment towards attaining for the full operationalization of the African Credit Rating Agency. Welcome again, and I thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that very important speech, where, among others, you highlighted the